Hello everyone and welcome to episode 6 of the Dragon Gate save here on the channel, as it is our final tour of 2004 and our last December tour before we switch to the King of Gate ending out the year, which of course will be our single elimination tournament tour, which will of course crown the next contender for the championship, which will be obviously starting off in January as far as that title match. So that's going to be a lot of fun once we get to that. But before we get to that, though, we have a hell of a little send-off show for the year. We have Matsuzaki, Machizuki, and Shima battling for the Open the Dream Gate Championship. We're also going to have the Triangle Gate defended for the first time as the Florida Express. The Florida brothers, Daniel Mishima and Michael Iwasa, teaming up with Kinsuke Sasaki to take on the champs with their new partner, thanks to Dragon Kid breaking his goddamn deck at 0-1. As far as our money situation, it's our first time we've lost first time we haven't lost yet over $100,000. Now, I will say this, though. I have thought about this. I've been contemplating. I won't do it yet, in case somebody, thinks it's a bad idea or good idea, whatever it may be. But, because we had a tour, basically the idea, this everyday pro wrestling tour, it was going to be a show, literally, again, every day, and all that fun jazz, where, I want to say, literally, from the first, I believe it had been that, let's see, the 18th, probably around the 11th, give or take, probably 11th or 12th, we'll just say the 12th, just to be safe, right, or actually, it'd probably just easier to just do this. Oh, we can't go backwards. Let's go forwards then. All the way. And there we go. So 7. Oh yeah, it would have been that, would have been the 11th. So either way, basically, a show every day, whatever money we would have made for those shows added on to the contracts. But again, too, it'd be kind of, obviously we would take like a sample of what, for instance, that we'll just take, to go back to the schedule here. I know it's kind of weird to go through it like this, but basically whatever day, which we can just look at from the episode, whatever the net balance was at the end of this show, whatever money we made for the show and whatnot, basically multiply that probably by 7, just so it's the first 7, and then for 14, same thing, which that was when we were running 2 a day, so that would have been, because that would have been 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, or just 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, oh no, never mind, 13, still one a day. So again, take whatever this was, times it by 7, add it there, stuff like that. So whatever that value would be at the end of the month, and then basically into the tour, because it would be 69 days rather. Nice. Again, to kind of give those funds that we would have had if we again ran those shows, because we would have ran those shows. But listen, I'm all for trying to have a legitimate schedule, but that schedule was pretty crazy for Dragon Gate to do. So we mimicked it, but we didn't do a full-on dive into it. To maybe do something like that, I don't think we would have actually still made money, to be honest, but it would have, it's just to replicate the funds for Dragon Gate what it was at the time. I've been thinking about doing that, but again, it's just been, because it's like, well, we didn't do that, so we probably shouldn't. It'd be kind of weird. But I've been tossing and turning on that idea. Feel like it's kind of unnecessary, though, so we probably won't do it. For this tour, to get back on track here, we took a hell of a sidetrack. We do have a new debutee, and it's Hayata Jr. Fujita, who, of course, is the fucking young goat here. As, man, it's crazy. I did not know this. I thought he was a kickboxer. I thought he had a kickboxing background, and I did know he trained with Kid Yamamoto. I did not know Jinsei Shinzaki saw him and found him during the like an amateur Greco-Roman wrestling, the like kind of the, let's just say, all of Japan's national circuit, like a youth kind of tournament thing. He was there, saw him, was like, this motherfucker's awesome, and started training him for pro wrestling. And also, I didn't know that him and Nakajima had the match when Nakajima was, let's see, Nakajima would have been, still, yeah, he'd been 16, so he was 16, Hayata Junior Fujita was 18. I did not know that was not only Hayata Junior Fujita's first match, that was the main event of that show, which is very, very crazy to give those two guys the main event. But that match is actually, again, for two guys that were under the age of 19, and obviously Nakajima had some experience at that point, but still, that's, his first match. It's a fun one. It's a fun one because obviously those styles very much complement each other. I feel like it's a great guy to bring in for, as far as for us, since he's kind of filling the role of Katsuhiko Nakajima. Since Nakajima's out for a year, we bring in another legitimate shooter. He's the man, though. We went with Hayato Junior Fujita instead of Fujita Junior Hayato, which is what, he just went with his name backwards as a wrestling name, which is fine. I don't really have a too much of a problem with it or anything like that. I do need to probably check his weight, because I don't think he was 180 pounds. He was quite a small feller, I will say that, especially around that time when he was still super young. But, man, hell of a talent. It's going to be a lot of fun to see how he does in his first tour with us. We're still getting some young talent that are pretty talented, I will say that. I was very, very, very nervous about the roster once everybody kind of got signed up, but we're still getting our ass kicked with the contracts. But we're trying to turn a corner, and I think we're going to have a great show, though. And we're going to have a great tour of this Open the Legendary Gate, which this show, again, which we forgot to add the titles here, as far as we forgot to add the actual names for it. But we already talked about, as far as the Open the Dream Gate and Open the Triangle Gate, the two title matches, Machizuki and Shima, the Florida Express versus Do Fixer. I gotta fix that. There we go. Jesus. But yeah, these two title matches, we're asking a lot out of the Florida boys, and for the Florida brothers specifically, to work in this type of setting. But with Kensuke involved, it should be a fine little co-main event. And Kota Ibushi's getting a big opportunity too. I mean, it's a huge get for him. The Milano and Yoshino, they're going to take on Don Fuji and Kagetora. So that's going to be an interesting tag match. Don Fuji and Kagetora's got a good little chemistry. Milano and Yoshino, a great little team. It's going to be a fun little matchup. And then another tag matchup here as the Ninja Runners of Do Fixer taking on Hiro and Kudo of course, Aigan Lisu. We're going to see how they do in that one. As far as for those four, stylistically match up pretty well. Hiroshima with Ishimori and Yoshitomo makes a lot of sense. It'd be a good little matchup. And for Johnson, Florida, he's taking on Naoki Tanasaki. This is, again, the Do Fixer Florida Express story has been going on. At least it's going to be going on even more. And it's basically going to come to a climax here with this show. We'll be seeing, as far as kind of the opening contest, as far as the little, maybe not an opening contest since it's literally not the opener, but the underneath match with Naoki Tanasaki and Johnson, Florida kind of set the tone a little bit of the full card. In the opening matchup, though, our two youngest on the roster, Shingo Takagi and Hayato Fujita, competing in a Road to M2K matchup. So basically, I believe it's going to be on day 3. Machizuki's going to be very impressed by Fujita and Shingo, and he's thinking, damn, man, I would love to have both guys a part of M2K. Why not make it a match for the Open the Legendary Gate, and you guys have a chance. The winner, whoever wins, will be able to join M2K. The spot's open for it, and you can join potentially the Open the Dream Gate champion. And that idea, that kind of hanging the carrot over their heads, is pretty enticing too. And plus, obviously, these two young guys, they don't have a group. Obviously, Hayato Fujita his first actual, as far as tour as well. It'd get him in a group right away. He would be very, very beneficial. And for Shingo, of course. I mean, Shingo's still man without a country for the past couple of months, but that will change, potentially, here at the Open Legendary Gate, rather, final show. Again, a 6-match card. We get I mean, I think it's a good show. Obviously, Mochizuki and Shima. I mean, the fucking match they had. Oh, didn't mean it. Broadcast segment at the top 100. That Gate of Sanctuary, the Ryo Saito Shima match, that got a 68, and that was a really good match. To think that the tag match with them competing together against the Florida Brothers got a 64, kind of shows you how talented those guys are. And to have an actual singles match with the two wouldn't surprise me one bit if it gets into the 70s. Should be a hell of a match. Should be the best match of the year, maybe even the show of the year for us. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, for our first year, we probably not even ran 30 shows. Oh yeah, we actually have ran 30 shows, 31 shows. Once we get to about 50 shows, I think we'll get a really good grasp on what the roster is going to look like. But again, our rosters change so much that it's hard to really dictate how the company's flowing. We're losing money, but at the same time, we have some talented fuckers that are now signed to exclusive contracts, so we do have that going for us. But once we get it over the hump, I think we'll be just fine. So let's get off with this first. Let's get on rather with this first day. As of course, I don't know where I'm going to run that final show, but since we ran the Italian Revolution show at Wakayama Gymnasium, might as well open up the tour. Coming back to Kansai. Yeah, we got to change this back. Let's go 550 in case. And let's go 3. Yeah, we'll just go 300. In case we don't find something. The Kobe Chicken George, I love that. Oh yeah, the Osaka Delphin Arena. That'll work. That will work. Futoshi Iwa wants to hang out backstage. I mean, I don't think we'd ever bring him in. So I just go away. Go away. We don't need you. We don't want you. But again, people showing up for the basic and safety training drills, which of course we got a new debutee. And they got a Junior Fujita. He's here. Doing great for us. Getting a lot of work in early. But yeah, we have so many angles to talk about too. Because, again, we're going to open the show. Little video package recapping what's happened with Dragon Kid, the injury situation, the title situation with now Kota Ibushi becoming the third man. You know, Saito and Jinkei Horiguchi pick Ibushi out of the Do Fixer group. They feel like he's the man to fill the mantle and to step up to the plate and get a big opportunity and to maintain the belts for him. And then we're also going to see an angle with the Florida Brothers. They're going to say that they are the ones. They are going to take those titles from Do Fixer with Kensuke, with Brother Kensuke. It's a little promo there after, or actually before the match that they're about to have. And we're going to see, of course, Johnson, Florida, which will change his shit. Yeah, well, we'll probably just change it now. That way. Yeah, which I kind of imagine. But of course, Horiguchi's going to lose, so. To the DQ shenanigans of the Florida Brothers. So we'll go ahead and just make sure. Oh, yeah, there we go. Let's see. We have to pick his. Oh, I kept on hitting load. There we go. Johnson, Florida. Oh, get it. Just go with Johnson. There we go. Perfect. Alrighty. We're good there. Now we just gotta make sure he's not the ref on any of these other shows or anything. I don't think this really matters because, yeah, that's just agent stuff. Oh, I guess we can make sure. Okay, Kensuke was the agent too. Perfect. Alright, so yeah, Aigon, Lisu, Do Fixer, trios matchup here. Shogo's gonna beat Nuki Tanasaki. So a little, prelude, you could say, for the Hiro Kudo Ninja Runners match. And, yeah, Johnson, Florida will not be the agent, or not be the ref, rather. But Don Fuji and Shima, he's going to take on Saki Ichikawa in Sakiko Machine. Saki Ichikawa wants to, some revenge on Don Fuji. But he doesn't want to go at it alone. So he's ball along Sakihiko Machine for this tag match, and Shima and Don Fuji just beat the fuck out of him. Fun little comedy match, really, but we don't really need a comedy match here, so that's why it's just a regular match. Oh, Shima's the agent. Is his experience getting better? Nope, it's still at 50. God damn it. Machizuki and Naruki Doi against the Milano collection of Milano Collection AT, or the Italian collection, rather, of Milano and Yujiro. Obviously, Machizuki and Naruki Doi are going to get the win here. Hell of a little matchup involving everybody but Yujiro, unfortunately, there. But we will put that there. Yes, the injury situation. Yeah, we'll actually swap that. So the Florida, there we go. Just now saw that. So we're gonna check. Yep, Johnson, Florida was it. Reffin. Had a feeling. And, yeah, okay, yeah, we already picked that one, too. Alright, so we're good. So then our matchup here, to open up the show. Heihachi Junior Fujita's first match. He's taking on Shuji Kondo, which is a hell of a first match for him. He's going to lose, of course, but get a lot of experience early on, and I like that Icon Lee Su are going to follow Shuji Kondo as far as after his match. They come out and they have the match with Do Fixers. It's nice. I like the flow of the show, at least so far. We're not going to get penalized either. I think we got a pretty good show on our hands. Well, the angle doesn't really work out too well, but that's alright. It was a 38. Shuji Kondo beating Heihachi Junior Fujita with a King Kong Lariat. Actually, a pretty good job there from Heihachi Junior Fujita. A 30 in your debut match. Pretty solid. But yeah, we gave him a legitimate shooter gimmick, because he legitimately is. But he had some swag about him, too, around that time, though, too. He was pretty, he was pretty awesome. But Shogo Takagi and Hiro Kudo of Icon Lee Su beating the Do Fixer team. Naoki Tanizaki was the worst guy in the match, so he does take the fall here to Shogo. Everybody did about the same, just Ishimori, best guy in the matchup, which makes sense in that one. 42 for Don Fuji and Shima, as they beat Sakihiko Machine and Stocky Chikawa, which, yeah, they both get 40s. It's kind of crazy it went 2 minutes. Probably wouldn't have went that long, but Shima with the Schween on Stocky Chikawa, which is very much overkill for poor Ichikawa, but he takes the loss. Then Machizuki and Naruki Doi, they beat the Italian Connection team. Hell of a little matchup, though. Again, Naruki Doi, Machizuki. Doi's outperforming Machizuki, which is insane. Milano's getting better, too. Got the crowd buzzing as well for the rest of the card. The Florida Brothers angle does not go over well. They cut a terrible promo. That's great. Just great. And then 44 for the trios matchup, which the Florida Express do beat the champs. The new champs, which you would think, oh, well, they beat them, so they should probably get a title matchup. But no, that's just, as far as they already have their title matchup set. It's with Kinsuke, though, of course. But the DQ finish for Mishima. Oh, it wasn't a DQ finish. Well, it should have been. I don't know why. Something must have happened here with the road agent notes. Oh, it was very clean. I could have swore we picked a DQ. Well, that's alright, though. But we simmered down the show. It didn't out the show. So that was probably a terrible idea to actually have that go on last. Probably should have swapped this and this, yeah. That would have made more sense. But hey, it's a tour show. It's a 44, could have been worse, I guess, but we're making money, at least after that show, so that's nice. Overall, listen, again, those tour shows are probably not going to gain pop. We're doing well money-wise with fucking Tenryu and Giant Baba. I don't see the other young boys here. I can't see anybody else from that loading screen. Oh, Steamboat and Alex Shelley, holy shit. What a protege to have. Alex Shelley, what a mentor for Alex Shelley, my god. Fucking babyface king. As, now on to day 2 of the tour, which is just a couple of days away. We'll see how the tour continues. Alrighty, so day 2 of the tour, as we will be going, I guess we could go back to the Osaka Delphin Arena, but I think it'd probably be best to go somewhere else. Yeah, the old Radiant Hall, 350, why not run that again? Oh, Macho Pump is here. Well, he's definitely hanging out. Holy shit. Oh, Takahashi. If we could use Joshi's, that'd be awesome. But sorry, we can't because she's awesome. She was. I thought for sure she had even retired by this point, but man, she was one of the better Joshis of the early 2000s. Kind of a dark time for Joshis because a lot of the girls from the 90s had retired or had slowed down, and it was kind of a weird period where All Japan Women's eventually just basically almost stopped running, and there would be Joshi promotions popping up, but then they'd end up closing, and it was such a fucking nightmare to deal with. But there was still a lot of talent. Still a lot of talent there in the scene. Because there always is. I mean, dude, fucking as far as back as Joshis go, there's always been some all-timers involved. As, man, for our card here, of course, Hayata Jr. Fujita, though, taking on the champ, Shima. Just a little testing point for the young man. Of course, he's going to lose to Shima, but still, great opportunity for him. No Johnson Florida tonight, so luckily we can just have him be himself and he can actually ref. We are also going to see Sakiko Machine versus Milano. So there's the two undercard matches for the night. Get that booked. Then as far as Don Fuji and Kagetora taking on Machizuki and Naruki Doi, which they're actually going to beat Machizuki and Naruki Doi. That's actually a hell of a win, but that's because little shenanigans, little interference, which we forgot to add. As, Machizuki, of course, going to get taken out by Shima. A little build-up of heat going into their match there. The Florida Brothers taking on Isseppa. And another win for them. That's their third win in a row over them. Another DQ finish. But Jinkei's pissed. Jinkei he's had enough. He's had enough of the Florida Brothers. And he has issued out a 4v4 challenge. So he says, you can bring your Johnson, Florida. You can, bring whoever you want. But you better bring Kensuke. So he wants him. He wants Kensuke. He's saying, he only shows up at the big shows. He better be here for the next show, literally, the day 3 show. I believe it's going to be day 3. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, it might have been day 4 that we're going to have the 4v4. Oh, no, it is day 3. Perfect. As, so little storytelling here on the tour, at least building up for the next show. So that's always fun. Actually, yeah, we're going to have them go here. Why not? In the main event, I got Lee Sudo Fixer, 12 minutes for this 8-man. Hero's going to beat Nuki Tanasaki there with the Steal the Show matchup. Actually, now I think about it, I think we're going to actually have Fuji and Kagetora against Machizuki and Naruki Doi. I think we're going to have that be the finish. The promo is good, so that we won't get penalized, because I was going to have an angle of Shima beating up on old Machizuki, but we'll be alright without it by the looks of it. So yeah, we're good to go. Now let's run it. Yeah, Shima getting a nice win with the Schween. Again, he's staying in shape. He's been getting easy wins, but he hasn't really been working a whole lot. He's just been staying kind of fit until his matchup with Machizuki. Machizuki's been having some wars. He's been having some big matches. As Milano beats Sakiko Machine. Again, Yujiro, good work at ringside. He's helping, as far as elevate the Milano character as well, being out there and being his little assistant. So that's been fun. The book, the AT lock for Milano, getting the win, obviously. Again, got the crowd hotter. Kind of crazy. Oh, this was in the wrong angle. Or the wrong order, rather. But I'm glad Jinkei's promo did well. Yeah, this was supposed to go after. Obviously, Jinkei Oraguchi, though, gets DQ'd while fighting Mishima. At least I got the, again, gave the crowd a breather before our Steal the Show matchup. It's kind of, again, Jinkei's probably almost in the 50s for the comedy matches. That is pretty on brand for him. Yeah, the big-ass 8-man gets a 46. Got the crowd back into it. I mean, it's good stuff. Naruki Tanasaki's still got a ways to go compared to everybody else, which is hilarious, because literally Ibushi debuted after him, and he's outperforming him. Fucking Hayata Jr. Vegeta's almost there. Shingo's outperforming him, and he debuted in October. He's kind of getting left by the wayside a little bit. But Hero gets with the Hero Splash over Tanasaki and a win for Aigon Lisu in our main event. Don Fuji, Kagatora. Great performance from them. Great performance from Machizuki and Doi. Hell of a match, and a hell of an angle, of course, with Shima coming in and attacking Machizuki to interrupt the matchup to at least make it a handicap match for a bit and giving Don Fuji and Kagatora a chance for the win. And yeah, I mean, they did a lot better than our previous show. For sure, we had a great main. Can't beat that. Can't beat that. So this was out of order, but that's alright. No biggie. No biggie. Financial report still. We're making basically all of our ticket sales back. And the broadcasting revenues covering the workers' cost. Can't beat it. Can't beat that. We're just slowly turning away. Oh, the Un-Americans. It's tough because group of guys here worked very well, but the Un-Americans was kind of a terrible idea as far as it was passe by that point doing anti-American stuff. But shit, it'd still be a thing in the next 20-some years. So it is what it is there. But day 3, I was thinking it was the next night, but no, it's a couple of days away. We'll see if Kinsuke's going to answer the call and help out the Florida Express and making an 8-man tag. Alrighty, so we, why not? Why not run back to Kanto, but this time we'll run a 4,000-seater. Or 4,400, yeah, the Chiba Bridge Summer Arena works for me. Or we can run the Yokohama Arts Center, 390. Actually, that would probably make more sense. See the locker room instances. Oh, Kodabushi's got to create a finish. We could probably use that. Potentially on the final show. So that's awesome. Kinsuke ran a pre-show training drill, which again, half the roster showed up for. I don't know why I keep on clicking that. We're not going to do any of that. For the show, of course, the big angle. Is he going to show? Well, he's a no-show. Is Kinsuke. As far as Iwasa, Mishima say, he's been out partying, enjoying life a little too hard in America, and he could not make his flight. He missed it. So but they don't have no fear. They are still going to compete, even though it's going to be 3-on-4. So as far as with Johnson, Florida, of course, which we'll go back to, we forgot to change him back, which is always fun. As yep, and again, we always have to pick his picture. Oh, we gotta go up a little bit more. Damn, I must be blind as a bat. There it is. I'm about to say. Around here somewhere. There we go. Johnson, Florida. Gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be our main. I think it's just gonna be probably a little before the main, but it's gonna go about 10 minutes rather, which is that's way too long actually. It's a handicap match. But the big surprise for Dufixer, they're not using another member of Dufixer. No. They have brought Hikiro Hokuto with them, and she was looking for a fight. She beats old Johnson, Florida up. Fun little match, though. Oh, well, we have to go. This is why. I mean, this is crazy. It's a handicap match. I can have it. It's gotta go 10 minutes? That's fucking crazy. I mean, there's gotta be another way. There we go. Yep, the old match fucking pack saved us, though. Unreal, yeah, 4 minutes. Oh, yeah, Dufixer doesn't do well with the comedy stuff besides Jinky, who is going to carry that one. Obviously. Yeah, we'll swap that. But the tag match, we're going to see the Ninja Runners versus Hiro and Kudo. We're going to split that into 2 singles matches on this card as Ishimori and Hiro, which, hell of a little matchup. I kind of want this to go on last, but we'll have that be the Steel Show matchup because Hiroshima and Taiji Shimori, that will bang. This is probably going to be the main event, though. We're going to give this a little bit more time. Shima and Kagatora taking on Milano Collection AT and Yoshino, which that's a hell of a matchup there. But let's see. I want to make sure. Oh yeah, we gotta make sure Johnson Florida's not booking any of this. But Kagatora is actually gonna get the win. He's gonna beat Milano. Again, a crazy win for Crazy Max. Massive victory there. Trying to think would be a good call. Actually, we'll have that be the co-main. Yeah, that way it's Steal the Show match, cool down, Steal the Show. Yeah, that'll work. Kudo and Yoshitone can go here, which Yoshitone's gonna beat Kudo. So the Hiroshima's beating Taiji Shimori, Kudo's beating Yoshitone, so it's a split there, down the middle, 50-50 wise. Oh, and again, we gotta make sure Kenta is our ref. Yep, we're good there. Assuming, yeah, but I was assuming. Oh, not Shima though. Kinski. Yes, we know. Okay, and, oh, did we do this? Okay, we did that one too. Perfect. This is our opening contest, though. The Youngins gonna battle it out. Teaming up-wise, they're gonna take on Aigon Lee Su's Shuji Kondo and Shogo Takagi. Shogo versus Shingo, and Shingo and Shogo are not gonna be involved in the finish, though. It's gonna be Shuji Kondo beating Hayata Jr. Fujita. Again here, actually, let's have Kondo beat Shingo. That way, Hayata Jr. Fujita's kind of been getting beat like a drum. At least give him a break a little bit there. And yeah, we need to probably put more into the angles, it looks like, or maybe drop down some of the time. Maybe that'll help us out a little bit. Kudo, Yoshitone. We'll give them a little bit more in the promo. About 3 minutes. So they're the ones that come out first. So, and that's why, so they are, it's not like they come out, do Fixer, it's not like the big surprise Hokuto's with them, and then, she's waiting on Kinsuke, but no, it's the opposite, because we don't want to kind of have them anticipate that it's going to be Kinsuke and he doesn't show. This way, they get that out of the way, then the pop for Hokuto being there, so it's a little bit of, easier kind of flow of things. But yeah, I mean, we got a pretty good match lined up for our main. I like the show. I think it's going to flow pretty well. And again, Shingo and Hayata Jr. Fujita, which they were both off their games. Tough break here, but luckily it's a tour show. King Kong and Lariat for Shuji Kondo gets the win in 6:25. Someone got the show off to a strong start, though. God bless them. Yeah, sold out the old Yokohama Arts Center, 390 people. Kudo losing to Yoshitone's Shooting Star Press in 9:34. And Hero, oh wow, we actually fucked that up. Yeah, that was supposed to go half and half. But Ishimori beats Hero nonetheless. I guess we could have done Ishimori beating Hero and then Kudo beating Yoshitone, but it was originally going to be Hero beating Ishimori and Yoshitone beating Kudo, but alas. Alas. But yeah, got the crowd buzzing for the card, which, yeah, and then the angle. It's a bit of a dip. The comedy match, even more of a dip. Saito, though, somehow was the best performer in the comedy match. It's getting hilarious. Dangerous Queen Bomb, too. Poor Johnson, Florida, getting destroyed by that. Then the main event, though. 56. Kagatora getting another win here. And Crazy Max is looking pretty strong going into the final show. They've gotten some big wins. They beat Milano and Yoshino here. And a good little main event to put a cap on that show. I'm happy Ishimori and Hiroshima did well. Again, fucked up that Yoshitone didn't beat Kudo, but... Alright, that Yoshitone did beat Kudo. So the other way around. Yep, again, still just making a profit on whatever ticket sales we make. That's a relief. And, the final tour show, this is where we're going to build up towards The Road to M2K match. Basically, Machizuki and Doi are going to take on Shingo. Or actually, no, we might actually split them up. We might have had Machizuki team with, that's what we did. That's because they wanted to see before his big match. He's kind of thinking ahead. He's thinking of the future. He's thinking of what he feels is the next crop of talent to help push M2K to that next level with him on top as champion, is to get in some more forces in. But that's as far as Mickie James. I forgot she's still in OVW at the time. Because, WrestleMania 22 would be in 2006. But she had debuted in 05. So, she'd been there about a year or so. 2 years, maybe, around that time. Delirious got hurt. But, that's the only male, really, of a lot of jealousy going on, though. It's hilarious. I mean, brother. Rogaijin. It's gonna Kobashi. Fucking put a pin in it. Hilarious. But, on to our final tour. Well, actually, we'll just go right on through. Fuck it. Since it's this day. I remember it was a back-to-back day. I didn't know if it was day 3 and day 2 or day 3 and day 4. But, we'll just stay in Kanto. Oh, my God. Did we forgot to put it as a tour show? Oh, God. I think we did. Oh, yeah, we sure did. Oh, boy. It's just great. Just great. As, the idea, what we probably should do is just run a little bigger venue, and then hopefully, our tour show, hopefully, we'll be fine as far as in that regard. Trying to remember, because you definitely don't want to do or sports. Probably want to do the actual show here, even though it is a minimum quality, a little higher. We just won't pick broadcast though. It's probably for the best. Just that way the tour gets highlighted at the end, anyways. And then just the basic safety training drills is all we go through. Alrighty. So, it is Machizuki and Hayata Jr. Fujita and Naruki Doi and Shingo. A little bit more than that. So, a little warm-up match for Machizuki. You could say it's a sparring match. It's a good idea for it. Or an exhibition match to help him get ready. And, training with Naruki Doi and seeing these two young kids and Hayata Jr. Fujita and Shingo. They're bringing a lot of raw energy, a lot of power. And they're bringing a shooter element too with Hayata Jr. Fujita, and he would, as far as Machizuki feels like he is gonna fit right on in. So, Doi gonna beat Hayata Jr. Fujita. Then the promo. So he wants to see the two young guns battle it out in a Road to M2K match, and he says the winner will go on to join M2K. But as far as that angle is going to be a lot of fun to do. And speaking of a fun angle, though, Stalker Ichikawa, he, as far as this is going to be a fun little angle, let's go ahead and make this now. I guess we could have him open up the show. Stalker Ichikawa's here. Yeah, he wants Kira Hokuto, but not in the ring. We'll just be that, because he wants her hand in, but not marriage, but he wants to court Kira Hokuto. He's talking about he was out partying in America, enjoying the big city living of New York City, staying out all night, probably leaving you here all by yourself, and you're probably a little lonely. This is Stalker Ichikawa. Is doing this whole charade. It's obviously very hilarious because Kyokoto's gonna come out and just proceed to beat the shit out of him. This is pretty great. Pretty great. We'll have her have intimidation because she's pissed. And, yeah. Gonna beat the piss out of him. Beat him in record time. Very fun. Very, very fun. Oh. That would just be... Because I bet if it's the one fall again... Yeah, singles, one fall, I guarantee you, it could be short as shit. Yep. Oh, I guess either way it was going to be short as shit. That worked out. Alright. So there's that. Good shit. So yeah, we got our angles. Because I feel like 2 minutes for the promo with Machizuki, it's just not going to work. We needed probably more time. So, but Crazy Max and the Talent Connection, this is a hell of a matchup for Crazy Max. So, I mean, again, they get a big win. Crazy Max gets the win. It's a steal the show match, too. So, let's hope Shima doesn't get hurt. But that will be our main. As he warms up a little differently than what Machizuki was thinking. Do Fixer and Igon Lisu, this trios match. Hiro and Kudo with Shuji Kondo taking on Saito, Horiguchi, and then Nuki Tanasaki, which Kudo will beat Tanasaki. Tanasaki's going to be the worst guy in the match. And then Do Fixer and the Florida Express. So Johnson, Florida in there with Mishima and Miwasa. Because, again, Johnson, Florida, we know he's not going to be able to work a whole lot with that, with the mask and whatnot. So, we might as well use him to the best of our abilities now. And get him in another matchup, which, we are going to see them get a comedy match win. Or not a comedy match win. We're just going to have them get a DQ win. Mishima going to win via DQ. They pull another fast one on him. And they'll see if they can get it done on the big show. At the final show of the Open the Legendary Gate tour. But yeah, we're good on time. I just got to make sure that... the refs are set. Shima's not reffing anything, or not road agent anything big. She was here, so let's go ahead and just change it just for the sake of it. That would be Kinsuke. Oh, wow, it looks like everything's kind of in perfect form. Kinsuke can go with this one. Crazy Max. Yep. Perfect. Alrighty. So yeah, we're set. Let's run the show. It's fun that they got a 34 stock each guy. It's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Glad he did well. Northern Lights bomb, though, for Akira Hokuto. Beats him with our man's move, too, to even add a little stamp on that. But very fun. Very fun match there. And Machizuki and Hayata Jr. Fujita losing to Doi and Shingo. With Doi pinning Hayata Jr. Fujita with that Bakatari sliding kick, and Machizuki, he's just in fine form. The promo, not great, but that might be because it probably got a little, as far as cut down, ratings-wise, because of Hayata Jr. Fujita and Shingo being involved, because they're probably not over fight, I guess, since they just debuted, but that was a decent angle, at least. But Igon Lisu and Do Fixer, Igon Lisu getting this win. Fun stuff, though, for Igon Lisu. They're getting some big wins here towards the end of the stretch, even though they don't really have a major matchup on this tour. They're still getting major wins. And Saito and Horiguchi, though, of course, they have their title matchup, and they've been really, really impressive, actually. Especially Horiguchi. Now, not even in a comedy setting, he's in the 50s, so he's improved a good bit. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking having this go after that. This should have been swapped. But Ishimori, Yoshitoto, and Kotobushi, they did well. It's just the goddamn Florida brothers. They strike again. And Shima blows his eardrum out. Yeah, I love that. But hopefully he will be healed in time for the final show. Because I believe it's either the Friday or Saturday. And it was Yujiro who caused it. Of course it was. But yeah, 45. Not the greatest. It's 7 days. Ugh. Damn, he might be wearing a blown eardrum. We got unlucky there. And we're making money, though, still. These ticket sales, the merch, everything's working pretty well. Of course, Jigsaw. I feel like there's no way Jigsaw was 6'2", 190. He was kind of tall and lengthy, but there's no way he's 190 pounds. That's got to be gimmicked. But yeah. Oh, yeah, 2 days. Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, the blown eardrum, he's going to have to work with it. It's just brutal. Absolutely brutal. He's going to have to go out there. Thanks a lot, you Drew. Thanks a lot. But yeah, on to the final show. Alrighty, we open up the Legendary Gate show with the Road to M2K matchup, Shingo Takagi, Hayato Jr. Fujita, the two young guns here in Dragon Gate, and they had a pretty good little match. It's kind of crazy, Hayato Jr. Fujita outperformed him. It shows you how great he is. Shingo and him have pretty good chemistry as well. This was a hell of a little opener for the two. I just now looked up, and again, I have not put the banner in for Dragon Gate. That will be, I'm writing it down now because I'm tired of forgetting it. As Hayato Jr. Fujita doesn't win, but he outperforms him, but Naruki Doi is at ringside. And he wanted to watch this match, right up on the apron to watch these two young men battle for that spot. And he gets on the mic, and it's a pretty bad promo, but he says that before Hayato Jr. Fujita, and oh god, that was weird. I don't know why it just took away some of the ratings there, and I don't know why the text got all weird, but Hayato Jr. Fujita and Shingo, before you guys came out here, Achizuki, while he was warming up for his title matchup, said to go out there and no matter what happens, whoever wins, offer both guys spots in M2K because they are the future of Dragon Gate, and they are two of the hardest hitting, most badass group of guys to come through Dragon Gate since himself and Naruki Doi. They offer the spots to him, and they accept. Hayato Jr. Fujita and Shingo have joined M2K. They have doubled overnight from 2 to 4 men as M2K, and what a fun little group that will be. Oh, yeah, that's weird. Yeah, just kind of... But at least it's showing the match itself. Made a 19 for Johnson, Florida, Naoki Tanasaki. They also have pretty great chemistry. Well, they have great chemistry, rather. But DQ finish from Johnson, Florida. How about that? He does, in fact, get the win. We'll be seeing the Florida Express pull off another upset win tonight over Do Fixer and potentially win the Open the Triangle Gate championships in our co-main event. But Johnson, Florida, it's so funny, the referee literally almost doubled an active member of the roster. And a 50 here for the Ninja Runners and Hiro and Kudo. I will want to say this. I did on the pre-show, had a match for Yoshito and Kudo to redo it, and basically we would have taped that, and anytime we were showing tour highlights from this tour, we would show that match instead of the match where Yoshito accidentally won. We would show that match where Kudo actually wins. So I just wanted to clear that up. But Ishimori and Yoshito, they have the tag team specialist bonus. They were the better team. Had a pretty good matchup too, and got the crowd hotter as well. Good stuff. Good stuff here. And wow, 60 for the Italian Connection. Don, Fuji, and Kagetora, which they do in fact win. Does the Italian Connection. The AT lock from Milano onto the big man and Don Fuji. Even though Don Fuji had the great chemistry and the tag team specialist bonus, not a great performance, especially with Kagetora, who was off his game. But man, Masato Yoshino, what a beast already. A 60. Milano still, it breaks my heart. He's not the best, one of the best guys on the roster, but he'll be just fine. He will be just fine. But a big win, though, for the Italian Connection nonetheless. And, yeah, it's a hell of a win. And our next matchup, I mean, God bless them. Kinsuke with a 79. It was a 63. And they do, in fact, retain their belts. So basically, obviously, the real-life match, it would very much be what that real-life match was, but instead of Dragon Kid, it's Kota Ibushi involved. And also, too, Akira Hokuto's at ringside for this. Because, again, just the ways of Kinsuke. She is just shaking her goddamn head at what her husband's doing. He's making himself look like a fool out there, hanging out with the Florida Express and being a Florida brother. And, he is Kinsuke. of the Florida Brothers and the Florida Express. And at one point, he goes out to the ring side area to where Hokuto is, and he's, at this time he would do like this little hump fucking taunt, as far as being a part of the Florida Brothers, and he's doing it to Akira Hokuto as he's slowly getting closer, trying to pull her into this hump. As far as, I don't know what his end game was with his wife here, but at first she's shaking her head, just being like, "This, why are you doing this?" and trying to reason with him. But eventually, she pretends like she is falling into this spell of what Ginsuke's throwing at her. But it's all a ploy to kick him in the balls to try and get some sense into him. And Iwasa and Mishima, they see it. They're just, hands on their head like, "Oh no, Ginsuke." They then try to think, "Oh fuck, we got to do something now that he's out of action." They try to bring in the chair to try and get a DQ. Ryo Saito takes out Daniel Mishima and the chair itself. So now it's down to Horiguchi in there with Kota Ibushi as well, who's on the apron still. Beach break, though, for Jinke Horiguchi. He pulls a fast one on the Florida Brothers and does, in fact, retain the belts for Do Fix. A very fun match, though, to be able to rebook this angle. And, again, Kinsuke, listen, they were the better team. It was Do Fixer, but Kinsuke with a 79 is hilarious. And it got the crowd hotter for our main event, but they did deserve better color commentary. And we see Shima retain with the swing. And it is a fun little matchup, though. A 69 here. Even with the injury, even though it needed better color commentary, we still got a really good match out of this. And we see Shingo Takagi make it a ringside because Shima, at one point, says, fuck it. It's not going his way. He's trying to turn the tide to get a win and change the momentum of the match. He goes out, grabs the Dream Gate belt, and tries to hit Mochizuki with the referee. They're, fighting for it. Eventually, ref bump. But Shingo's comes out in the middle of that tirade, and when the ref goes down, Mochizuki, though, gets back up and head kicks Shima, knocks him out with a head kick, and it's not. And then Mochizuki, after he head kicks him, he probably could pin him. Doesn't see Shingo's making his way out here, but he grabs the belt, and he's looking to hit Shima with it. But Shingo comes in, stops him. Says, "What are you doing?" It's not why he joined M2K. He wanted, he's a bigger man. He's a better man. He doesn't need to use the belt, right? And he pleads with him, and Mochizuki just thinking about it like, "Yeah, you're right." Just kind of nods his head, puts the belt down. But as he's starting to walk away, though, Shingo, off the ropes, pumping bombers him in the back. Sticks the knife in his back already. He's only an M2K member for a solid hour and a half. As he gets Shima back up, shakes him up, and points to him, holds him up. After he hands Shima the belt, hits him with the belt, swing on top of the belt as well. Covers up Mochizuki as Shingo wakes up the ref, gets out of there. 1, 2, 3. Retains, thanks to the turn and thanks to interference from Shingo Takagi. And afterwards, we see a cut to the back, and it's as far as Hayato, Junior Fujita, and Naruki Doi, they're laid out, and it looks, in the locker room door was left open. Don Fuji, Kagetora laying it in on him. You could maybe think that maybe it was Shingo who laid the trap, maybe potentially, or told him, "Hey, it's good to go." So they're out. Mochizuki's selling what just happened. And as Shima made his entrance, though, he kind of threw something over towards the ring announcer and the kind of commentary table, and in that area, threw like a bag down towards that way. Goes over, grabs that bag, pulls out what it was. The gimmick knee pads. They looks like they've literally been dumped in, instead of like paint on the front, it's just literally a bunch of thumbtacks. So it's loaded, thumbtacked, intact. It literally just covered the whole pad in thumbtacks. It goes up to the top. lays out Mochizuki as Mochizuki literally gets held up by Shingo. And I want him to be like on his knees to take this Meteora off. He doesn't go off the top with it though. He does go off the middle with it, so that way it's not crazy, but it's still a big ass Meteora with these spiked knee pads. Now Mochizuki, they let him go back down, let him blade. Now he's up, and Shingo's holding him up Shingo's holding up Mochizuki. He's holding his head up, blood coming down, gets the visual. As Shima, on the mic, says this is a new generation coming for Dragon Gate in the year 2005. You will see the Blood Generation era be the most dominant, vicious, most disgusting group in Dragon Gate. There will be no prisoners left. You thought Crazy Max was bad. You've seen nothing yet. So, we will see. Crazy Max coming to an end. What a run, obviously. From 97 to 2004 was very, very influential in Torimon and very much a focal point of Torimon. And now, though, new era, new promotion. In the year 2005, we will see the Blood Generation, which is pretty much what happened in real life. Instead, though, after Crazy Max disbanded, they did the Watu Shima Island. I forget Wako. Yeah, I think it's the Waku. It was a group that literally lasted like a month. It was Shima, Don Fuji, Stalker Ichikawa, and Sakika Machine. Which I don't know why. I think they were literally just like, well, we gotta stall. And then January comes. That's when Blood Generation starts. And it's funny enough, though, in real life, Naruki Doi turned on M2K and joined the Blood Generation. But here, we have Shingo do it. And, I mean, this is a fun group, though. With Shima and Shingo, Don Fuji, Kagetora, them being the big heels now. So, you're seeing a vicious heel group. You saw another one with Aigan and Lisu. But you got your heel groups. You got your babyface groups and Do Fixer and M2K, and you could say the Italian Connection. Are they in the middle? Are they on the babyface's side more? Probably more on the babyface side more. But you could tell that there's a clear face and heel divide. So that's been fun. Oh, I mean, the master plan, a master plan. We do increase our popularity in 8 regions. 3,000 people again at the Wakayama Gymnasium. The match did pretty well, though. Shima Mochizuki, with the injury, too, still 69. Yeah, that pre-show match, to retape that match. We fucked it up. I mean, Johnson Florida wasn't even bad. It wasn't even his fault, that match. That was just Naoki Tanasaki being bad. But, yeah, I mean, I'm very pleased with how everything went. Again, Mochizuki, incredible. He was, fucking Kensuke. God bless you. You were awesome tonight as well. I mean, Yoshino was great. He was great in his match. He was fantastic. Great stuff there. Yeah, we're making money. Oh my god, we made almost $50,000. Good shit. Yep, increase our popularity. Oh, we even increased in Kansai. That's awesome. Good. Yeah, I mean, again, if we just keep on slowly building that popularity up from Kansai, we should be okay. Max Moon. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, it was Max Moon. Because I was trying to think who the guy was that he's wrestling, but could not really tell. Fucking Moxley's here. It's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, as far as for the next tour, we do have the Fan Appreciation Day show that we're gonna run. We won't do that on the on screen because it's gonna be a battle royal. As far as there's nothing too crazy there. Then we'll start off with the new year, and it will be the as far as the Primal Gate tour, and I was gonna have Shima. I think what we're gonna do is probably on a tour show do a big ass either tag or trios with Shima, and probably on the same show we'll probably do Shima and Shingo against Mochizuki and Doi. On that same show, probably either in the co-main or even in the main itself, number one contenders match, we'll probably use two guys that's like Yoshino. Probably Yoshino because he's been phenomenal. Probably do him versus, I don't know if we'll do Kondo, I don't know if we'll do Milano, if we'll literally do a talent connection, colliding, or we could do something as far as in that regard, because it'd be pretty unique. But at the same time, as far as who would be the next challengers for Do Fixer as well, because I kind of want it to be Kondo and company, but a lot of, or I guess we can do Don Fuji, Kagetora, and Shingo. We could go that route. Yeah, a lot of different ways we can go about it. Plus, I'm sure we'll have some new guys coming along into the year 2005, and plus we'll go over all the end of the year awards and whatnot. Which, I mean, it wasn't nothing crazy, because honestly, we only ran, it'd be 37 shows in the year. We did all right for ourselves. Obviously, money-wise was pretty tough. If Shima didn't get hurt, this Legendary Gate show would have probably been the best thing that we did. Plus the angle, too. Again, ending the shows with angles has kind of hurt us a little bit, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It needed to be done, especially for this. But yeah, we can go ahead, make the turn to Crazy Max. But yeah, we'll just make it inactive. Then we'll add Blood Generation. Let's go ahead. Blood Generation. Let's go ahead. Because we can add a little description too. Because obviously we saw how it was birthed. Yes. We already made a little logo. Did we put one on this side? We did. Perfect. Not the most, as far as thought out one. Well, maybe not thought out, but just we used the logo that they already had and just added a little Blood Generation text to it. Nothing too crazy, but Yashima, Don Fuji. See, he will be the muscle. Kagetora. And now Shingo. I like it. Obviously, with Shingo and Shima, it's a fun group. Blood Generation already has in the database. Oh. I'm assuming, did we already have it? Oh, we already had it in active. All right, perfect. Yeesh. Okay. So I forgot we kept some of the actual groups together. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, they were forced to disband. That's what it was. So we'll change that. Ooh, there we go. And, yeah, change that to Kagetora. And change this again to Shingo. Well, perfect. Oh, to Shingo. There we go. Awesome. Love it. There we go. So the big new heel group, active, rocking, and rolling. So yeah, it's nice too. It's kind of right here. Well, actually, technically, yeah, Florida Express are heels, but they're comedy heels. So you got 3 heel groups, 3 babyface groups. Oh yeah, we should add Hayata Junior Fujita now. Yeah, it's all over the place though. Fucking shit. We'll fix this now. Later. Member. Perfect. And their young protege, Hayata Junior Fujita. Fun group though. Fun group. Couple of shit kickers over there. It's a lot of fun. And you're kind of comedy babyface group with these guys that think they're fucking fashionistas. Kind of great. Kind of fun. A lot of fun. But man, what an angle though. Adding some blood. It's something really Dragon Gate never really did. They didn't really have like an angle like that where somebody got color. So it's a little serious, a little bit more away from what we had been doing, but I think it was kind of necessary. I think we need a little injection of that. We actually might make money. How about that? Probably not, actually. Yeah, we're still a ways away, but we're getting closer. We're getting closer to making money per month. That'll be fucking relief. What are we now? 5 days? Or 5 days? Oh no, we're seven away from being a 59. Once we get that, though, we'll be medium, and all things will hopefully be fixed, because then we should get more money for sponsorship. Plus, also, too, the economy's very weak, too, so that's also taking a large impact on us. When that gets fixed, I think we're going to be turning up a notch as far as making money, and everything will be just fine. We just got to kind of ride the storm a little bit of this the economy being in the shitter, but we should be fine. As that will do it, though, for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time for the Primal Gate. Take care, everyone.